Hello friends, welcome back to our new video. And in this video, today we will learn the use of past perfect tense part 3. And in today's part 3, today we will explore the structure of past perfect tense. We will know the structure, okay? That is how to use it. So no more talking, let's get started our today's video journey. So look at the board. So we have already learned the introduction and situation, and today we will learn how to use it, which trick, which structure we need to follow. So as I do, that is, I have divided into 3 sections: positive, negative, question. So according to these 3 rules, we can make it any kinds of sentences, including past perfect tense. So let's focus on this positive. During the positive, we have to put, we have to put the subject, and then we have to add the what, the had or had, and etc. For example, that is, I am writing here subject, subject plus, then had, then verb 3, subject plus had plus had, verb 3, or it can be anything. For example, that is regular and irregular. Irregular. So it can be again anything that is regular and irregular verb. So these are the main basic structure of this. So let's see. Here our subject is here I. Had, we have already put the had, and verb 3, that is played and gone. One is regular and another one is what? Irregular. We have already got this. This is the basic one. According this, we can transform it into the negative and question. But we are doing this, so just only focus on it. I had played, you had played, we had played, they had played, he had played, she had played, it had played, Arjon had played, Korim had played, the students had played, etc., etc. Now let's say with irregular ones. I had gone, you had gone, they had gone, we had gone, he had gone, she had gone, it had gone. So here we have already get it, and we have already understood this. Now our main goal is how can we transform it into the negative according to this. So let's check here. So during negative, as you can see, that is here we can see that is hadn't or had not. What? Hadn't or had not. That is negative is one, hadn't. Hadn't is the contraction form of had not. I hope you get it. You can use both of them, but instead of this, we can focus on these. I hadn't played, you hadn't played, we hadn't played, they hadn't played, he hadn't played, she hadn't played, it hadn't played. Have you get it? Same like here. Sometime I did the wrong, maybe. Yes, now it's correct. Then same like of here, I hadn't, then if we say this, then same like with irregular ones. I hadn't gone, you hadn't gone, they hadn't gone, he hadn't gone, she hadn't gone, it hadn't gone. So if you want to say had not instead of hadn't, no problem. And if you say hadn't instead of had not, it will be also okay. But try to focus on hadn't. So next, now we will practice the had. What does it mean? That is, during the question, we have to change the order. Then we have to put the had before all these subjects. And then after the subjects, we have to keep the regular and irregular verbs. So let's see. Had I played, had you played, had we played, had they played, had he played, had she played, had it played. Let's say with, so let's speak with irregular ones. Had I gone, had you gone, had we gone, had they gone, had he gone, had she gone, had it gone. We have already get it. So these are the main form. We can also transform it into question. During of this, we have to put the not after the word of subjects. Like this. Not. Not. Had I not played, had I not gone, had you not played, had you not gone. Okay, but it takes time. So if you want to just say it very shortly, instead of this, we can follow this structure, hadn't. So you can directly put the hadn't before all subjects. Then you don't have to put the not after all subjects. It becomes like this: hadn't I played, hadn't you played, hadn't we played, hadn't they played. Same like gone, hadn't you gone, hadn't we gone, hadn't he gone, hadn't she gone. Okay, same like regular and irregular verbs. So here we have already cleared about this. Now we will practice the tricky one up here. Sometimes we use the to have. Okay, to have up here. What? To have. To have up here. That is, to have means what? To have means that is we use the to have breakfast, lunch, dinner. Because that is during of this we can also use it, but sometimes we use this to have. To have is used breakfast, lunch and dinner. And what's the past form of the verb that is to have? That is have had, have had. Okay, have had, and it is called the irregular ones. Okay, I hope you get it. So during of this we can put the had. So let's imagine that is here I can put had, same like up here had, similar like had. Sometimes people don't understand during of this, they sometimes mix it up. They think here we are using had, here is also had, here is also had. So why we have used had here again? This had is the rule of the tense in grammar, and this had is the verb. Okay, so I hope you get it. So with this we can say like this: I had, you had, we had, they had, he had, she had. Same like here, I hadn't played, I hadn't gone. Same like they hadn't played, they hadn't gone. He hadn't played, he hadn't played, he hadn't gone. Okay, same like up here. But if you want to say with had, we can just say like this: I hadn't had. Okay, you hadn't had, he hadn't had, she hadn't had. Okay, same as you say the positive one. Sometimes had is also used during the question. Had I had you had he had she had it had. Okay, so I have already make you all clear about this. I hope you have get it very well. Now we will practice the WH words. Sometimes we get stuck with the WH words. Okay, which WH words? Let's imagine. Let's take the WH words of what. Okay, we can take what. Let's say it with positive ones. What had I played? Okay, what had you played? What had they played? What had he played? What had she played? What had it played? Same like, it will be same like with the irregular ones. Now let's talk about the negative ones. What had I gone? What had you gone? Okay, so it won't be used. What isn't used with gone? Okay, because we have to be aware of that some WH words isn't used with the irregular verbs. With regular and irregular words, first of all, we have to understand the meaning of the verb, then we can just connect them with those types of WH words. So instead of this, we can use this with had. Okay, what had you, okay, we can say what had you had. Okay, what had he had, what had she had. Then it becomes like this. And if you want to say it into the negative, it becomes what hadn't he had, what hadn't they had, what hadn't you had, what hadn't I had. Have you get it? So the rule is like this. And same like up here, what hadn't I played, what hadn't they played, what hadn't he played. Okay, so these are on the tricky one, but if you practice this, and remember, you have to first of all understand the meaning of the verb, then you can put the WH words. first of all, you have to think, is this WH words available with regular and irregular verbs? Then you can use it. So I hope you have get all of these rules. And if you like this video, just like, comment, share, and follow my video, and also subscribe my video. See you in the next video, everyone, and bye for now.